What if you could see heaven right now? Not through imagination, but through the eyes of someone who actually stood in the throne room of God. 2,000 years ago, an old man named John, exiled, alone, persecuted, was suddenly transported beyond the veil of reality. What he saw shattered every human concept of glory. Angels crying out in unending worship, a throne blazing with colors beyond description, and at the center of it all, a lamb that looked as though it had been slain. This is not mythology, this is revelation. And today we're stepping through heaven's open door. It was the Lord's Day. John stood on the rocky shores of Patmos, imprisoned for preaching Christ. Suddenly, he heard a voice behind him, loud as a trumpet, shaking the very air. "I am Alpha and Omega." What you see, right in a book. John turned, and there it was, a door standing open in heaven. Not a door of wood or iron, but a radiant portal shimmering with eternal light. And the voice called to him, "Come up here, and I will show you what must take place." In an instant, John was caught up. The chains of exile vanished. His spirit soared beyond time, beyond the earth, into the courts of eternity itself. And there before his eyes stood the throne of God. How can mortal words describe the Almighty? John wrote that the one seated on the throne shone like jasper, brilliant, pure, radiant beyond measure. He blazed like carnelian, red as fire and blood. Around the throne arched a rainbow, glowing like an emerald, a circle of living green light, a reminder of God's covenant mercy even in the midst of his overwhelming holiness. From the throne burst flashes of lightning. Thunder rolled, deep and terrible, like the voice of Sinai when God descended upon the mountain. Before the throne burned 7 lamps of fire, the 7 spirits of God, blazing with perfect wisdom and power. And stretched out before the throne was a vast sea of glass, smooth as crystal, still and silent. It reflected the glory above like a mirror of eternity. All creation held its breath in the presence of the King. Surrounding the throne were 24 smaller thrones. Upon them sat 24 elders, clothed in robes whiter than snow, crowned with gold. They were the redeemed, 12 tribes of Israel and 12 apostles of the Lamb. Old covenant and new, united before the eternal throne. Then John saw something closer still, beings unlike anything on earth. 4 living creatures surrounded the throne itself. They were covered with eyes. Eyes in front, eyes behind, eyes within. Nothing in all creation was hidden from their gaze. They saw everything. The first creature was like a lion, fierce and mighty, king of the wild. The second was like an ox, strong, steadfast, the symbol of sacrifice and service. The third had the face of a man, wisdom, understanding, the crown of creation. The fourth was like an eagle in flight, soaring, swift, ruler of the heights of heaven. Each creature had 6 wings, and even their wings were covered with eyes. They beheld the glory of God from every angle, never turning away. And day and night, without rest or ceasing, they cried out with one voice, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." Their voices shook heaven.